Susan mau tengok.
Sorry.
Saya nampak itu.
Sebenarnya muka banyak gila.
Tak apa.
Kasih black and white sama dia cukup pas lah.
Oh ya, black and white cantik.
Ya, saya suka black and white.
You're watching Sip Sip with Egn Episode 3!
But he's not at Sip Sip!
This is like, yeah, it's Sip Sip with Egn, but we're not sipping or we're not in Sip Sip studio. So what the is this?
This was Sip Sip before Sip Sip.
Oh yeah.
Actually lah.
Yeah.
Sudah dia lepas ini tempat baru dia rajin buat video. Nyak kurang ajar. My heart not broken. No. My heart not pain. No.
Today I am with Chris Pereira.
Mana?
Decipher BKI gitu. Chris hashtag Chris can shoot. Apa lagi?
Eyes and Ears Production.
Eyes and Ears Production.
Kindergarten Standards.
Kindergarten Standards.
Illicit Ideas.
Wait, okay. So
Center
this
including-
Macha has been in the industry.
What
in
industry?
The,
What?
in the scene, in the Sabah Music Scene. It's not big. It's
Small and comfortable.
but dramatic.
That's what she said.
20 years?
Woi, no lah. Wait.
Yeah.
Fuck.
The last 5 years, it was 15 years.
Can we not do it maki-maki, not maki-maki?
I peduli apa?
Kau pandai maki kah?
No, not really.
Jadi macam mana kau tahu?
Kalau saya tidak terkeluar juga.
Oh. Tai tosu gitu.
Saya tengok kau kah? Atau saya tengok kamera?
I don't know, bro.
Look at you lah.
Backstory. So me and Egn have known each other from kindergarten. That's how we started Kindergarten Standards. So we've been friends for about, I don't know, 5 years. Okay lah, 34 lah.
Dari kecil sampai besar sampai beruban.
Hello, saya yang ada uban, okay? Mr. Black Hair.
Hello,
Shush.
I need to cut my hair soon.
I need to shave. I haven't been home straight from the office a week since this morning at 6. So, what's up?
So
Oh.
Chris, apa?
For your information, we're shooting this at 1 a.m.
So this is literally like David Letterman ni.
Hey, what date is it? 23rd?
25th lah.
Yeah. Holy crap!
You've been abducted by
Oh my
aliens.
lord! So lost track of time.
So next Wednesday, this will be on my YouTube channel.
Subscribe.
It's always cringy ni bila kau cakap pasal, because I think YouTube like is like this millennial thing.
I don't know. Maybe because it's not your thing. Like we grew up where YouTube was just a resource,
Yeah.
and kids now YouTube.
It's
is,
formal ni. Oh, you need to
Yeah.
do research with YouTube.
Yeah. Now YouTube is like your entertainment. It's life lah. It's regular kan. So for them it's
Terus yang kalau nampak budak-budak, oh please security cap my.
it's like how Facebook and us click lah. Like, hey, you like this, you like that. Hey, share my page. Hey, look at it. Same thing with YouTube ah. Different generation, different kids. Oi, now TikTok kan mati lah.
Yeah.
I thought it died. Surprised it came back alive.
Okay, I need to ask like hard questions.
Can, let me adjust the aircon while you talk.
Kenapa? Sejuk ah?
Saya panas lah dah.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, mic was off. Mic is back on.
So
Okay.
Chris is well known in the music scene
It's cringy
for
when people say
being
that.
a dick.
Ooh, yeah.
So a lot of people tidak ngam sama dia.
I guess.
Uh,
Wait, is that my words or your words?
These are my words.
All right.
These
Say
are
it
my
more.
words.
Say it more.
I know you lah, macam. Why is that? I mean, why do you think people are why are you difficult?
I think a lot of it has to do with expectations and standards, I guess. And generally Sabahans, I am a Sabahan, whatever you say. We are very, very soft-spoken, gentle people. You know, you don't want to sakit hati the next person.
Boleh ba kalau kau?
Yeah, so everything is
Isyok
nice,
boleh.
everything is good. Even if you want to comment something negative or bad, it's a very long, panjang cerita kampung 2 minggu type of thing. Then it comes back to you, then you find out, oh, it's actually bad. So I wanted to shortcut that, and I wanted to be that voice. Not the voice of reason, the voice that tells you things could be better, or, you know. I feel, in the music especially, you have enough people telling you you're good, you're doing right, you're doing awesome. Things are like, sedap lagu kau, syok lagu kau. there's enough people saying that there's not enough people criticizing it. So I took it onto myself to be that criticizer lah. To say like, it's okay, it could be better. Like you could have tuned your guitar. Tempo, if it was slower, would mean better to the song, or this song would sound better, faster, or this song is 8 bars too long, or this section doesn't make sense to this, or the chorus is not strong enough to be a chorus, it just sounds like a verse. So I was the guy that would pinpoint all this and say, lah. Because for me, backstory lagi konon, I thought I could be a rapper kan. I did, kind of. But when I first started out, I sent a demo to Positive Tone. And that feedback from there was pretty epic lah. Like they just straight up said to my face like, you don't have an identity yet, you sound like Snoop Dogg. We already have Rifa, and I was trying to sound ish like that, something like that. And then it like macam, before that everyone was like, oh, okay ba, smart kau rap. Oh, nice, this, that, blah, blah, blah. So when the reality came, I was like, oh, it felt like I wish people would say this to me. So I knew how much I could grow and how much I could do. And from there, whatever I did, I would always counter-check with my peers in KL. Friends like JD from Studio 2105, Shuvit. I would ask him what he would say. And he's very kind with his words as well. He'll always say, it's okay, could be better. Or, it's alright. Okay, I know where to go. Then other guitarists or other drummers will say certain things that I don't get in KK. Feedback I don't get in KK.
Like what?
Like the guitars sound light. They need to have more weight in it. It sounds too bright. Oh, the sound sounds too 90s. So you need to update how you sound. So when I was mixing in KK, everyone was like, oh, Chris mix. And I never felt I could really mix until like 2010, and that was 10 years after I graduated from audio engineering. So 10 years baru saya berani cakap saya pandai mix. And it was another 4 years after that baru saya berani cakap I can master. But it was a learning process for me. And a lot of feedback I got were from non-Sabahans. Or either I was Sabahans who have worked outside and came back, like Stephen Lim, who would say, your guitars sound like they're playing through a wall. It's so muffled. And I was like, And I wasn't pissed. It was like, I wish I knew this when I was mixing the song. No, I can't go back and mix it because it's already on radio and all that stuff. So, but yeah, I can say about that one question.
Do you have people here young go straight to your face and say, this sucks? I mean, do you
Not
have...
enough. I think we don't have enough. In the music scene, I think we don't have enough. But if we're talking about the visual art scenes or creative scenes, yes. Like with photography, I have enough people who I can trust and who says, emotionally it's not there, framing is bad, or the lighting could be better. And these are people I look up to, and when they give me that feedback, I'm like, oh my goodness, thank you. And that's how you grow and go forth lah. People like Ilan, Amri Ginang, even Flanagan, even Nadira especially. Like, people will always take it the wrong way when somebody says something and they take it personal. You forget that being creative is being open to different interpretations of your work. So not everybody's going to see it the way you see it or hear it the way you hear it. So unless you're open to what people are going to say, maybe you should think if this is what you want to do lah. If you can't take criticism, how are you going to grow as a creative person? Wait, was that even a question?
I forgot. But yeah, it's a very good explanation lah. I mean,
even with us, like how we reconnected, and then I felt my photos were bad, and you were saying, "No man, your photos are good." I'm like, "What?" And then you thought your paintings were bad. I'm like, "Dude, your paintings are awesome." Terus we menang anugerah lah, wakil inilah, pemenang TYT lah, pergi Japan lah, apalah. Like, it's always, we like to doubt ourselves, but we don't like to hear other people doubting us. I feel like that lah. Like we're overly want to be humble.
Tapi bila orang kutuk kau tu sakit hati.
Yeah. So like, what do you want?
You worked for a very long time with Roger Wang.
Kind of, yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Is he one of those person yang go to you and say, dude, this is not good?
Roger has a very unique way of approaching this. He lets you be yourself, and if it's not his cup of tea, he won't give much input lah. but he'll say things like when I was miking snares, drums lah for bands. At that time, I was experimenting with less mics, and then I only mic the bottom of the snare. So when you mic the bottom of the snare, you only get the rattle. You don't have the punch or the hit that you had on the top snare. So I just mic the bottom because I wanted that. So Roger said, it's okay, but the snare could be better. There's no punch, there's no bite, and it doesn't sound strong enough. I'm like, okay. It's small things like that lah. Then he's always big on not over compressing songs and stuff like that lah.
Sounds very fatherly.
In a way, like he's not a person who will tell. He's not like me. Like I'm very in your face, and I'm very not confrontational. Like I don't want to waste half an hour explaining to you what I could say in 30 seconds. You know, I feel like that lah. So that like you're already paying me an hourly rate in the studio, right? I don't know, waste your time and membabel.
But I guess it comes with the job scope. Like people come here to get reality.
I think one of the biggest problems was I was very friendly with everyone, and then.
Are you? I'm sorry.
Nice one. I see what you did there. They couldn't differentiate the working Chris and the outside of the studio Chris. Like when I started, the studio for me is work. It's not. It's fun, but because I love what I do. But it's not a playground where you come in and just cincai do stuff lah. You know, respect yourself, respect your art, respect the music. Because I always have to remind people like, you never know when it's going to be the last time you're going to record. So every time you record, you treat it as it's the last time you're ever going to record. And you know, take yourself seriously lah. If you're coming in to have fun and then you get angry when I say, you know, things like your guitar playing could be better or the tempo is a bit off. He said, syok saja ba. Then don't get angry when nobody takes you seriously lah. You also don't go on Facebook and say, inilah tidak support ini, inilah tidak support itu. I'm like, Sabahans, I'll say this, are too much of a janji support because you're Sabahan. That kills the growth of the creative industry. When everyone is supporting you just because you're Sabahan and not because of your work and your talent and what you do, how do you validate or how do you stipulate who has reached what or what is good and what is bad? Because everything is good. There's no such thing as bad. I mean, you can say that, but there are good and there's bad good. Bad good is like let's say like you took a photo with a handphone, you printed A4, and you say that's amazing, which is fair enough. Handphone photographies are amazing, but then that's bad good in a way that you can't blow it up to be a billboard because the pixels are too small. So when you blow it up to a big billboard size, it becomes a bad photo. Do you get what I mean? No.
In that context, yes. But how do you apply it, like in your other field?
Like music. People are like, there's no such thing as a bad song. It's either a good song or it's not a good song. You know, because it's so subjective. Like how people hate K-pop and I actually layan K-pop because I appreciate the production effort, the how technical it is, the multi-genres they throw into one song, how just a simple melody line gets you hooked onto it. It's pop music, which is very hard to do. And then you have people who have an idea, they don't grow it, it's just an idea, and they think it's a complete song. It doesn't happen all the time where an idea is an amazing song. It has happened, but it doesn't happen all the time. So that's like a bad good lah. I guess a good idea is not a fantastic song. It's a good guide to a fantastic song.
I understand. I guess you can apply that in the paintings, in film, in...
Yeah. Like you have your rough cut. Your rough cut is not your final cut. You have to do your coloring, your rendering, are your frames the right frames? Are you taking the right takes? So same thing with music lah. It's not just a matter of fact of, I got this cool song, I'm playing this cool rhythm, let's rakam this and make this a song. Like sometimes you can, not all the time lah. Like you have to figure out whether, for me lah, Whether the intro is a strong enough intro, does it pull you into the song? Is the melody strong enough for this song to stand out among all your bright ideas? Like, let's say we have 10 songs. What makes this one song the best out of the 10 songs? And then, is your verse a solid verse? Is it engaging enough? Is the chorus strong enough where you can tell the difference between the verse and the chorus? That without even somebody telling you, you hear it, this is the chorus. And then what's the bridge? But then again, it's all subjective. So some people want the verse to be stronger than the chorus. Some people want the chorus to be stronger than the bridge. And I appreciate all that when you come in and you have that in your head. Then that means you already formulated an idea of what you want your song to be. So it's not just a simple jamming session. It's already a song in your head. And you visualized it how you want it to be. And it's my job to help you get to where you want to be. Macam lari topik si jawapan saya.
Yeah, I get it. Next question is, with all this,
what is
I
this?
feel
Define what is this.
This Chris Pereira's ideology thing.
Wow! I should start the church. Call it the Jedi Council.
I mean, okay, last 5 years, 6 years, you were intense. You were like, there's this burden that you carry around. And then now it's like, I feel like you mellowed down, relax, chill. You can breathe. What does that mean? I mean, do you not kau tak peduli sudah pasal the music scene, or you just feel like it's someone else's burden? What's the story behind that? I mean, I feel like you can relax now. What is that?
That's a good point of view. I didn't really see it that way.
Because last time I see that you are
I'll say it like this lah, since I'm always straightforward. It just felt like I was tired of proving myself. I was tired after 15, 20 years of saying, I know how to produce, I know how to get a radio single, I know how to manage a band, I know how to get the band endorsements, I know how to get the band shows, I know how to get the band noticed, band talents, singers, whatever lah. I've done it so many times, like people forget. And it's fair enough lah. Nobody knows behind the scenes anyway. People always see the artist and that's all they care about. So like it came to a point where I'm like, okay, if the bands or the people I want to work with don't know because they are not talking to one another, then what am I trying to do? It's either my work doesn't signify enough that people talk about it, or it means too much that people don't want to talk about it. And then
how is that?
Like simple lah. They'll just say, "Oh, Chris Patu," and end of conversation.
Well, that could mean so much.
Yeah, but it's like, I've came to a point where I can't control what you think or say. I know like what I do and what I say. I know what I mean and what I say. Like I don't say it just to say it. I back it up with what I've done and what I've learned. It's not just cap kosong like, oh, I can mix now. Oh, I'm a producer now. Like, trial and error lah. I learned from producers. I learned from mixing engineers. And I came to a space where I succeeded in my own project. Like Drew's Ambition example. Picked 3 band members, added one more later on, Jerry. So we had Andy on vocals, Sabby on bass, Brian on drums. And my template for Drew's Ambition was Switchfoot, Dark Horses. That song kicked it off. Then I was like thinking, KK doesn't have this type of band. Plays alternative rock, has a male voice that doesn't sing in a high pitch. Like Foo Fighters lah. So put them together, gave them Dark Horses. I said, study this. I want a song something like this. So that's where the first song came out. With Only When You're Angry. Only when I'm angry. I think I forgot the song. And it worked lah. It went on radio. I pitched the band as kids that were jamming, and I was teaching music business at that time. And I heard them jamming, and I was like, wow, this band is amazing. And that's how we sold the band. That's how we got on radios and stuff. And yeah, for me, that was validation enough for me to know that I can put talents together. I can produce them. I can get a song out of them. So like, what more can I do?
What was that chat show yang, is it Sabah top 10 ke apa?
Oh, there was
And 6 were your songs.
hits
Oi,
had
mengipas ni sekarang.
hits had Borneo English top 10. Era had Carta Borneo Era. So like
Carta bodoh.
Yeah,
Like,
so
no, I didn't mean
so
that.
like there was 10, so that's 20 songs, and at that time 60 to 70% of the songs was from the studio.
How was your response? Kambang lah.
I never slowed down enough to appreciate it. That was my problem back then. I was like, okay, they're on the chart show, but then only in Sabah. They're not crossing over Semenanjung, so something is not right. So I took it on myself to improve how I recorded, how I mixed. Because at that time, the cheat was Hits and Era just opened up this 2010. They wanted content, and I was lucky enough to work with the bands that had the content. Where else are you going to get it from me? Yeah, other than I was lucky enough that the bands were recording with me. But when I wanted to tighten up the quality and make it more like higher standard, that's when resistance happened. Lor. The bands were not happy with it. They didn't want to do it. But I'm still here where the band's now.
Wow.
I know all of
berapa
them.
minit sudah ni?
I don't know.
21 minit.
Should we cut some stuff? Are we talking
Yeah.
too long?
Me and Chris knew each other since kindergarten. We were in Singapore in 2013, where a photographer and a painter went to a hotel, and then we went to Starbucks and we told the cashier that he was a photographer and I was a painter. And I mean, no offense to LGBT community, but we're straight, but the cashier thought we were gay, and then she was like extra nice to us.
She was so nice to Egn. She was all smiles. She was like a angry, sour face. The moment he said, "Oh, I'm a painter, he's a photographer. We went to Singapore to see an exhibition. Now we're flying back in JB." She did that, and I'm like, okay. And what has that got to do with anything?
Tidak saja.
Oh,
Chris Pereira, thank you for.
That's it. Oh, come on.
Wait, 20 minutes, man.
I know. Did we answer?
Patulah nanti.
Did
Next
we,
podcast.
did we answer enough shit? I don't think we did. Did we?
No,
Oh,
no. We do not have much.
Should we do another version where it's condensed answers?
Ooh. Boleh?
Because now macam sangat panjang
Boleh.
jawapan dia.
I need to go home and sleep.
Alright, me too. I got work. We got work tomorrow.
Why should
Anyway,
this-
to anyone who feel offended by what I say, the question is, why are you offended? No lah, seriously. Anyway, I'm just
to feel sial.
anyway, yeah lah. If I made you feel like I was an asshole and all that stuff, I apologize. Sorry, you know. Back then, I wanted to really push things, and I wanted to push things fast, and I didn't understand why people didn't want to move forward or go up in standard, and I all just want to stay happy and safe. So, amigo.
You're watching Sip Sip with Egn and
Chris.
Yalah. Like, comment, and stick a recap. Bye bye. It's a thing.
You went off it?